decision. Remembering Christoph's advice, I had my ticket securely in my jacket pocket at all times, which was fortunate as I was somewhat sleepy. Managed to leave one of Monsieur's shirts behind in the hotel. Then we were away. What is this? I can brush him? Oh, that increases his health. Okay, interesting. We arrived in good time as expected and disembarked into the windy streets of Warsaw. Yeah, that Until Dawn looks straight up your alley, Kill Bill. Every time I go home, I sleep bad for a few days. Ugh. I guess some people can get used to it. Like being scared and seeing fake gore, like I love it. This game does contain dead pig. Wouldn't wish pain on any innocent animal or human. Can't deal with it. Saw a vid on the internet. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to see that. $5 Android store. Nice. I just go to Reddit. Only Reddit is safe. Super traumatized. Ugh. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that, Nikki. Several of our possessions should be quite valuable here. Cool. Right. Sell for 110. That would be, I would make a slight profit off that, but not much. The medallion, lapis eye. Save that. Strachan and Budapest. What is he talking about? None of this stuff is valuable here. Stealth game sale on Steam. Anyone have any recommendations? I haven't looked at the MGS Metal Gear Solid. I cannot recommend that game. I tried to return it actually, but they wouldn't accept my return. So I've been playing through it, but I don't know. I just can't get into that game. I really like stealth games, though. If Mark of the Ninja is on sale, get that one. That one's really good. I still have to finish it, but it's really cool. I'll finish it on stream at some point. Bolts and adjustments, accordion, Athens, Helsinki, and Minsk. Can I see the world? I guess I can't. You gotta know your geography. Fur coat, part of the Russian gentleman's wardrobe set. Ah. Russian gentleman. Minsk is in Russia. I might have a chance to sell that. The monkey wrench. They've got bolts and adjustments. Engineer set. Fit that in here? Sure. Invisible Ink is a great game. MGS is free on Xbox. Like the original one? I liked the first Metal Gear Solid and the second one a bit, but the original ones haven't stood up. Like the story, like when I was watching Pocket Clint play, the story is just like, it's ridiculous. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. The acting was bad. And the new one doesn't actually have, the story is really few and far between. And I don't know what it is about the game, I just can't get into it. More fun that way to go guns blazing. I like playing stealth games, like not getting caught. I think that's the problem. The new one. Wow. Crazy. Beyond Good and Evil isn't a stealth game, is it? I never played it. At the heart of the ancient market stands the Warsaw Mermaid with shield and sword. Good to see we're well armed with that monkey wrench. Okay, so we've got to spend the night. I just want to see... I want to see... Oops. We're pretty close. I just need to find way forward. We'll have to do some exploring. We'll pass the night here. D4 is great too. 8 and took meds. Gonna try to sleep this off. Okay, Nikki. More of an action adventure. Very good. Beyond Good and Evil. I should play that one. I have a stealth game for you, Holy Pumpkin Live. Go steal. I love Kill Bill's lunch money. Nice. Let me take a quick look. Let me see what's on sale. See if there's anything I played that I can recommend to you. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is not really a stealth game, but that game is really cool. Oh, I should get Beyond Good and Evil. It's $2.49. Outlast is good. Oh, there's a lot of cool games. I haven't played the new Thief game, so I can't really recommend it. The old ones are good, though. Dishonored is really good. That's on sale. Mark of the Ninja. Get Mark of the Ninja. 75% off. It is on sale. I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid... Or sorry, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. That was good too. It's on sale. But that might not have aged well. I'm not sure. You have to get past me, though, if you want our lunch money. Nikki's a ninja. If you're a ninja, I'm the freaking Pope. See ya, Nikki. Hope you feel better. Played through Dishonored like 6 times. New Thief is good, but I like Thief 3 more. Tried to kill no one. Yeah, that would be fun to do. I usually try to go... Like I said, I try to get through those games without killing anyone. But I don't think I did. I don't know, but I got through a lot of the missions without killing anyone. Don't like the new Thief game. Okay, good to know. We walked the streets of Warsaw feeling the air of a different continent all around in less than 2 generations. The Tsars had made this little outpost all their own. There were signs of dissent in every corner. On every building project in the city, there were glued pamphlets declaring the Russians to be dogs, fiends, and Philistines. We walked further. However, in Sando's disturbances, it seems all the revolutionary types have been rounded up and shot. It's more interesting. In fact, our hostelier told us later that the pamphlets themselves are produced by machines, buried by the rebels during the Troubles. No one has yet found them to switch them off. Cool. I'll trouble you not to play that Demian accordion in my presence again. Let's do some exploring. We need to find a way forward. But I didn't regret it after Thief, that is. Not the robot should be really good too. Gotta go to work, I'll be lurking. Okay, OG, good luck. What year is the game set in? Which game? This one? Can't remember the exact year. Let's do some exploring. Okay, good. We can get right to Moscow. Going out in the day, I encountered an incredible creature, as tall as a house, with wide, swinging metal arms, like a rampaging giant. I stared, gaping as the terrible machine stomped from foot to foot, slowing, rotating. Then I saw that in its chest was a man, using levers and switches to operate the colossal device. It's a gigantic walking exoskeleton. I waved to him, and he looked down and tipped his cloth cap. What is this thing? I demanded. It's a kodunki, he said. From Novorossiysk. Novorossiysk. I don't know. They shipped a few in to help us with the building work. How does it work? There are 2 levers for each hand, and they work on ball sockets. I'd let you try, sir, but I must get on with my work. He pulled a lever, and the machine drew back a massive arm. From Novorossiysk, you say? Steampunk. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think it probably said at the beginning, but I can't remember which. I don't have a very good memory, so I don't remember exactly what the date was. It's a small town on the far side of the Black Sea, he replied. I don't know why they have a surplus of these things there. The drawn back arm smashed into a wall and the building fell into a cloud of dust. I jumped back. Excuse me, my friend called, but I must get back to work. What an incredible sight. Cool. We depart? Rise today. Let's do it. Open luggage. Or extra space. We got plenty of money. Cool weather. This looks like a bothersome route, but the fur coat from our Russian gentleman's wardrobe set should be of some assistance. Let's do it. 1872 says so on the Steam page. Thank you. We clambered aboard the train. Monsieur Fogg settled in a far corner like a dusty old uncle. I went to sit next to him, ready to attend to his wishes. He had none, of course, but to be left alone with his thoughts, whatever they were. So we rode in silence, a comfortable silence, nonetheless. He doesn't really like to talk, does he? Let's see who else we can talk to. Oh, greetings, mademoiselle. Good evening. Minsk. Yeah, we need to find out. Let's find out about Minsk. I'm very interested in Minsk. Minsk is really very cold. Next to Budapest. Odessa, Prague. Isn't there? I think there was something I could sell in Budapest. No idea, but now I hear the Artificers Guild is making an example of Budapest. I see. I can't rotate. Minsk to Prague. Please, monsieur, I must go, but I hope we will talk again. Damn. I tried to romance her, guys. I mean, I already know the route. I can go all the way across. Thrown in jail. Vladivostok was thrown in jail. Wow, he's way ahead. I don't know if we're racing against those guys or not. We arrived at Minsk after nightfall and disembarked. Several of our possessions would trade well here. He always says that. Maybe we could just get going. Can we just get going? It's gonna take... Oh, it's gonna take 18 days to get there. Arrives Wednesday. Hey, cat. Here, buddy. Say hi to everyone. I wonder if you guys can hear him purring. Hey, buddy. I know. Want to sit on my lap for a bit? Sometimes he'll sit on my lap while I play. He's generally a nuisance, though. He's rubbing up against the microphone. Oh shit, like, time is flying by here. Okay. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Trans-Siberian Express runs from Moscow across Russia and Monsieur Fog. We'll have to spend the night. Got my Twitch name from Luckless's cat. Oi! Hotel was too expensive, we had no option but to curl up in a shady spot under a tree like wild dogs and try our luck outside. The cat's not gay. I don't know, maybe he's gay. The night was cruel and hard. What? I could afford the hotel? Thought I was going to die. Relations with Fog have deteriorated slightly. Oops. See. Alright. Are you comfortable there, buddy? Let's go to the market. He's like right there next to me on the table. Looks so great, the cat's tail next to your head. He's still here. Oops, fuck. Accordion. 990. Okay, well, let's sell the accordion. Sold. Cat tail stream. Oh, you can see the tail. Okay. It's funny. So we got a safety harness. Safety clip used for attaching to a jack line in heavy weather. Railway cap. Early men's set. Okay. Shortbread biscuit. Genuine Scottish shortbread. How it got out here is hard to understand. Interest to luxurious, posh, and prim types. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna help. I guess if we get into heavy storm, we can use it. Street times train journeys. Oh, okay. Fuck. And we're starting to get quite a inventory. Cosmo, you're freaking wrecking the stream here. Should I get another suitcase? I feel like I'm like loaded with money right now. Minus 16 health. So it's like really cold here. For 4 suitcases. Fuck, that was a waste, I think, getting this safety harness. Trying to pet my cat at the same time. I mean, do I really need this? Sold. Bark. Let's do this. Cold weather, bought some experience with the fur coat from a Russian Gentleman's Wardrobe set. Wow. Oh, okay, we won't lose any health because we've got that fur coat. Train pulled out from mid-station well after nightfall. Monsieur Fogg had taken tapping his watch every time we began a new journey. So he was recording the time of departure through some fantastical spring-operated signal. Perhaps he was sending a message. to whomever it was back in London. Watch your Ethan Carter and First This War of Mine streams on YouTube. Oh, cool. Did you, the Ethan Carter one, that was one of my first streams, so I know the audio wasn't so good in that one. But did you enjoy them? Any suggestions on how it could improve? Relations with fog have strengthened slightly. Okay, that's good. There was little time to do anything before total darkness enveloped the train. Uh-oh. Oh, I should have like pruned fog. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I could not wish for a superior valet to keep his health up. Morning came and we were still crossing the Russian countryside, the train moving on its slow and steady way. Waiting on my master's needs, eavesdropping. Let's do some eavesdropping. Trying to find options for our next leg. Discovering from a charming Muscovite artist that the governor at Omsk is a likable fellow who enjoys travelers' tales. Oh, okay, Omsk. Finally, we pulled into the stone edifice that was Moscow Station and disembarked. Saw your raid preparations. It was very funny. I don't remember that. I remember the first time I played, I didn't know how strong, like, fortifying the, my cat is, like, rubbing up against the microphone. How, like, important fortifying my base was. So, I just kept getting raided over and over and over again. Okay, so going to Ekaterinburg, Rise Tuesday. It's Wednesday. What? That's like a week. Fuck. Okay, maybe I can do some... Cat, now you're in the way, man. Oh, and it keeps track of what you've done. Like accordion sold. That's cool. Let's go check out the market. See what they have. Did I have something that was worth? Yeah, look at that. Lapis Lazuli. I'm supposed to deliver that to the artificer in Istanbul, but I'll gladly buy it here. Tooth gear. It's probably never gonna get sold. I don't think I'll end. He's like pawing my monitor now. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Alright. Alright, buddy. Enjoyed your Ethan Carter playthrough. You shared your thoughts often. What's going on? Interesting, fun to watch. Oh, thanks, Nippa. I try to share my thoughts as much as I can. Cold compress, soothing aching muscles, part of the recuperation set. Salve of Arnica, healing salve for tired joints and bones. False passport. Forged Englishman's passport in the name of Jack Passenger. Law set. Cool. I mean, I can't buy everything, unfortunately. I think the railway set is Gentleman Traveler set. Do I have the Gentleman Travelers stuff? Any of the other Gentleman's Traveler stuff? I don't think I do. I don't know what to buy. I think I want to get the false passport because I'm doing bad boy Luckless style. We all know I'm a true gentleman. It seems, I don't know, everything seems so goddamn useful. Just the luxurious, posh, and prim types. I just don't know if I can, I don't know how much more I can carry. How much is the engineering set going to help me? Maybe I can get rid of some of this stuff that I'm probably never going to sell for top value. It's taking up space. Okay. I'm happy with that. Our completed Gentleman Traveler set should protect against uncomfortable conditions and help us negotiate times of upper-class journeys. Excellent. Alright, so hotel for one night. Moscow was not a comfortable city for a Frenchman. A local composer had just written a piece people were calling the 1812 Overture, commemorating the Russian victory over Napoleon's invading Grande Armée. In that fateful year, patriotic passions were at fever pitch. But I did not let that stop me from exploring the city. We were resolved to affect an English accent? Hell yeah. The style of Monsieur Fogg. Should I encounter anyone? I'm not ashamed to admit that I had been practicing that very skill for some time, though it must be said, not in the vicinity of my master. I traversed the city on foot, keeping out of sight of the patrols of uniformed policemen and Cossack troops mounted on black mechanical steeds. I ventured away from the wide boulevards and the eclectic architecture of Dvorskaya Street towards the Kremlin. Ooh. Spasskaya Tower, topped by the two-headed imperial eagle, loomed over the square, but my eye was drawn to a woman handing out pamphlets by a public water fountain. She was carefully avoiding the Cossack patrols, keeping away from the more finely dressed ladies and gentlemen in the square. I took a pamphlet from her, intending to question her of its contents, but she hurried away with some alacrity. The pamphlet itself was printed on very cheap paper, had a crude picture of a rather morose-looking farmer drawn in the middle of the Cyrillic text. Okay, it's a communist, obviously. As the bells of the nearby church chimed the hour, I returned to our hotel, content with my brief view of the Tsar's capital city. Relations with Fogg have strengthened slightly. Okay. I should understand how I can see that information. Still wasting time. 3 days. Fuck. Some more exploring. Okay, so I could... If we are to explore, investigating the various options for how we might continue our journey. Just take a look for a second. Maybe there's... Okay, so I could go to St. Petersburg. Arrive Saturday. I could go like down here and see what I can find. I'm not sure if it's worth the money though. Two days. Negotiate. Yes, please. Brilliant man's uniform should yield results. Cool. Was generous. No charge in 2 days. No charge tomorrow. Nice. Let's do it. Paying off. Excuse me. So stay in the hotel again. As night fell, I spent a few hours walking around and found a cheerful Russian clerk who had mislaid a locket, which I spotted, and from whom I discovered the quickest way to Astrakhan is through Tsaritsyn. I thanked him, and he smiled and went about his affairs. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh wow, I can go all the way to Vladivostok. Sweet! Wow, it's gonna take a lot out of us though. I think it's worth it. This looks like I wear some route with the fur coat from our Russian gentleman's wardrobe set. Should see us to rights. Once again, we're taking the Trans-Siberian Express, guys. The bell in the stuccoed and whitewashed Moscow station gave its third and final clang, and the platform erupted into frenzy. Convicts in the prison cars rattled their irons and sang the Milosardanya, the exile's song of despair, while businessmen and prospectors in smart fur-trimmed coats slipped money to the provodniks to secure their compartments. I did the same. And we found ourselves in a small cabin with heated water and even a shaving mirror. Funds have gone down a little, relations to the fog have strengthened slightly. We have tons of money. I feel like we've made some pretty good choices so far. Okay, we need to find out where we're going to go once we arrive. Greetings, Monsieur Degustin. Let us share a glass of wine together, Monsieur. Hey, Gamer Goddess, what's up? Good morning. So, this is where we're going, Vladivostok. Let's see if we can find a way to travel. We get there. Beijing, Pyongyang. Do we have to go south? I hear the commercial port has been relocated. It is now a military town. Yokohama. That's south. South. Ussurisk. My good man, the only bank in Ussurisk has gone bankrupt. Honolulu, that's what we want. You'd have to ask my secretary, but you can pick up harmonicas in Honolulu. Extremely valuable in New Orleans. Use the shortbread biscuit. Nice. Shortbread? Monsieur Degustin? Most generous. Let's find out about Honolulu. See if we can travel there. Some people say you can pick up wax cylinders inscribed with music in Honolulu. You can sell for profit in Atlanta. Honolulu, Acapulco. Yes, my childhood sweetheart had a wonderful time aboard the airship. Reina Christina from Honolulu, Acapulco. Cool. Cool. We'll go to Havana. My good man, some buyers will pay well for fur coats from Havana. Okay. Wow, that's quite a route. Holy shit. Well, that looks pretty good. We just have to get down to Manila. Oh, I should have found out. I should have talked about these routes. I didn't know they were so close. I thought maybe we'd have to go north. Okay, so we want to get to Pyongyang or Yokohama. Beijing. Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll get another chance to talk to someone. Okay, something happened. We were away. I was affixed to the window the first day. Familiarized myself with the train. Train's layout. The last two carriages were heavily guarded prison cars. Then the fourth class, then third, and so on. With amenities scattered between passenger cars. The smoking room. That sounds interesting. Beside the dining cars, plushly decked in Moorish fashion with low seats, sat myself down and shared a cigar with a Russian businessman. Told me that some buyers will pay well for pocket altimeters from Hong Kong. It's good to see that wherever one goes, the conversation one has are much the same. I bet that night swayed along with the motion of the train. From Moscow to Karamskaya was a journey of over 5,000 miles. We'd only just begun. So, Gamer Goddess, this is an interpretation of Around the World in 80 Days. done by way of kind of like a branching storyline. So you have to manage your money, your time, and your health in order to get around the world in less than 80 days or around 80 days. And you get to pick your paths, and you buy items, you sell items. Items give you bonuses and things like that. It's really interesting, and these dialogue choices really give you different, seem to give you different results. First time I played it, so I mean I could be wrong, but you're kind of like writing your story as you're going along, based on your choices. Fellow passengers were a mix of convicts, political radicals, prospectors, businessmen, and military officers. In the midst of this was a young lady, Rosa, wearing a bored expression. She was harangued by her formidable maman. I made her acquaintance. So we're playing a bit of a ladies' man, bad boy. Made her acquaintance only too easily. She was desperate for a sympathetic ear and told me her great secret. She had fallen in love with a peasant boy in 4th class called Jack, by which I understood that they had shared a glance of extreme passion in the baggage car. Ooh. Glance of extreme passion. I promised I would give her any aid I could to pursue her tryst. What else could I do? Surely it would provide some entertainment on our long voyage. Across the Volga in the early afternoon, crawling slowly over a bridge perched on a high stone pillars. Devout Russians stood. Something must have happened here, and crossed themselves while looking out over the water. I could just hear the lilting rhythmic oar beating songs of the Volga boatmen over the whistle of steamboats. We crossed the Urals today. At the risk of sounding like a jaded traveler, I must admit they're hardly magnificent. A heaving up of earth and forested hills for 100 miles. We stopped for an hour at Ekaterinburg, where I persuaded Monsieur Fogg to jump off. Nah. Spotted the young lady slipping off to 4th class. Her worried mama followed soon after, demanding whether anyone had seen her daughter Rosa. Made an excuse for her. See if we can help her out. Gesturing discreetly in the direction of the laboratories. We're trying to defend love. They were mixed-sex conveniences, and a cause of much inconvenience, truth be told. Her mama was convinced, and settled down to her luncheon with gusto. Rosa returned a half-hour hence, cheeks flushed but otherwise unharmed. She cast me a grateful glance. I could only hope her little amour would not blossom into outright scandal. Ooh, I hope it does. Let's tidy up our master, or most entertaining Passepartout. Time on board trains takes on a meditative quality. I danced like a Kazakh in the dining car, having consumed an indiscreet quantity of vodka. The Kazakh soldiers cheered me on mercilessly, and placed a fox fur cap on my head, and I finally collapsed to the floor in exhaustion. Ladies man. It smelled abominable, and I said so, to their great amusement. You're an able dancer, Passepartout, they pronounced, and helped me back to my carriage, with much ribald mockery. Foxskin cap should fetch a good price in Brisbane, should we decide to sell it. Are we gonna go that far south, though, I wonder? Omps. Today we decanted. Full score of British, Dutch, and German merchants. I don't know, I guess at some point we're gonna have to, like, find some more money. And took on more military officers. Cleared an entire first-class carriage with the use of a mysterious couple. I caught a brief glimpse of the woman behind the bristle of bayonets. I was fairly overset with curiosity, but it would be several days before I encountered the couple again. Is there anything... Uh-oh. Thought I crashed the game. I thought I gave away the shortbread biscuits. Gastown in Beijing. If I get to Beijing, that'd be good. Oh, I took the pamphlet. Oh, hope I don't get caught with that. Rosa absconded once again, and her mother caused quite a ruckus in the breakfast car. Apparently, the girl is affianced to a rich, rather stiff-looking German merchant who boarded at Omsk. Ooh. Uh-oh. I predict this comedy of errors will come to no happy end. As the sun set over the taiga, Monsieur Fogg expressed a mild boredom with the monotonous view from the carriage windows. My own rather more dire feelings may be extrapolated from this foggish understatement. Oh man, the writing is great in this. It's full of character. If I get another opportunity... Man, we're moving fast. We crossed the halfway mark of our journey today. In the morning, we wound up the Angara Valley towards the mining camp of Irkutsk, the great city of Siberia, where some passengers were leaving to join routes south into Mongolia. Why would anyone travel in that direction? I could not fathom. The Russian wilderness was desolate, but at least the train was fast. Mongolia was a desert made twice wide by the slow animal pace of a horse's tread. Journey continued. By afternoon, we had reached the magnificent expanse of Lake Baikal, as clear as the finest crystal, bounded by flower-banked cliffs on the western shore and containing a thriving, raucous population of freshwater seals. The track ended at the lake's edge, but the great train showed no signs of slowing or stopping. I began to feel, as my master would say, a little perturbed. Oh. Now, my friends, this next sentence will seem to you the invention of a madman. But I assure you, it's utter, unvarnished truth. We drove straight from the shore onto the clear water of the lake, causing barely a ripple. Looked out the compartment window and saw the wheels pulled up, and zutala! The train was hovering in the air through some unseen mechanism. I looked for tracks and could only see them against the gleam of the lake. They were cunningly built upon pontoons, which only just broke the surface of the water, though we did not touch them. What sort of train was the Trans-Siberian? Contrived a meeting with the mysterious couple, though, to be strictly accurate, I knocked over the red-haired woman. Entirely accidentally. She was very game about the whole unfortunate incident and introduced herself as Madame Ksenia Petrovna Volkova. I offered to buy her tea as recompense. She accepted, but declared that I must use her personal stores of tea, inviting me back to her heavily guarded carriage. Interesting. Wonder what we're going to find out about this couple. Her companion turned out to be an engineer by the name of Sinan Yahudi, who seemed... was more prisoner than companion, as it turned out. Madame Volkova was his minder as much as his bodyguard. Huh. He had defected from the Ottoman sultans to the Russian czars some years ago, and was the genius behind the rapid construction of the Trans-Siberian Railway. Ah! He seemed reluctant to talk of it, but I pressed him, and he attempted to explain how magnetic levitation functioned. I did not understand much of his explanation, but having seen it in action, I was inclined to think the entire enterprise utterly revolutionary. It's capable of much higher speeds when the electromagnets are engaged, he added. At that, I sat up in my seat, of course. Is that so? I demanded. I must see proof. Monsieur Yahudi shook his head. The Tsar is still unsure of my invention. I cannot contradict my master. I'll go tell the driver to pull up the wheels, Madame Volkova interjected, tossing me a rather predatory wink. Cannot refuse a dear passe-partout, anything. The hour grew late, and I took my leave. Madame Volkova thanked me for entertaining her companion, and warned me to say nothing of what Monsieur Yahudi had told me to anyone, with a smile that belied her light-hearted tone. So I think we might be able to get the train to move faster now. Then she headed off in the direction of the engine car. My character is now polished. Apparently she gave us a bit of a polishing, too.